Good evening. It is one of those times where late night cannons won't fill anymore and nobody's searching ladder. So I'm in a gap game. Enemy team has 1,300 ranked players. Him, and him. And there's a 900 ranked player who may be a Smurf, don't know. Low game count, but could be anything. And my people are like 1,000 to 1,200 ranked. So maybe I have to carry a little bit, I don't know yet. I'm going to ask for some middle reclaim. As always when I'm on one of the two corner spots. Other than that, I'm just doing standard Hydra rush. ACU is going to move here to build the forward extractors. And I guess those two engineers are going to build some T1 power and air factory. Since there are many initial builders on Gap and you don't really build any tanks early on most of the time, or actually let me just build two light assault pods. It makes sense to overbuild power a little bit, so you want power stall. It's a bit like assisted second air, where you build one more power generator. And I suppose this also allows to take up a mass ejector early-ish. So I'm not sure if a 3 power generator air is a mistake, or whether the air factory is actually too early. Because this is gap and people often go second mix. But if this is going to be a good bomber, then it doesn't matter, right? So this is probably going to be power stalling. Oh no, looks fine actually, looks fine. Alright then. Really expected this to power stall. Maybe it will once the bomber is complete. No, yeah. Okay, probably not ideal. But it's just gap, so it doesn't matter. At least the scout is arriving at the same time as the flares. And it seems like he went for some hunters, potentially some ghetto opening. I don't really know, but it's not going to help him if those die, right? Now I did accidentally delete the order to kill the engineers, but I can fix it. So I realize my eco bars are going crazy, but I want to kill this upgrading max. Maybe I manage before it's done. Oh, this was a mistake, I think. It's going to be really close. Yeah, I miss microing. Bomber micro has changed quite a bit after all, but it's enough. Yeah, that was so close. Well, he's pretty fucked now. Yeah, pretty amazing that you can mess up so hard on gap. but I guess it's possible, right? So shooting this down. Going to pause this one so I can prioritize the other, and if I start mass stalling, I'm just going to self-destruct one of my factories and rebuild it later. So he still has the transport. Maybe I should just go ahead and kill the transport with the fighters. Oh, time to try hard micro bit. So moving that up, so it takes longer until his hunters arrive. There's some engineers, but don't care. And my transport is done too. So what am I doing with this transport? Well, we have a lot of air presence at the top. So I'm going to take this transport and fill it with engineers, and I'm just going to drop it inside that guy's base. And this way I can hopefully get some point defense up and slow him down quite a bit. Now I want to go T2 land because I don't have power for T2 air, and I don't think there's enough team overflow. So this is going to... I need to scout for a bit. Yeah, his AC is here, so my job should probably go for this player instead. AC is not going to be in the center. That's right. So yellow is sending some units to help his top player, which means there are going to be units in the base by the time my drop arrives. But I think the drop is still going to be efficient. So the ghetto is coming now, and I'll rebuild the radar. So together with the bomber and the interceptors, he is forced to land, and of course when he lands... Oh, emergency landing. That's not ideal. But I still have more engineers than him in the area, and if I'm careful not to mass stall, then this PD should go up. Also, he's kinda AFK. So, okay, no mass stall please. Alright, not the best drop. Single bomber can of course kill it, but this is fine, right? Let's just get. So he decided to land, and of course he landed next to my AC. But I cannot kill all of these. No, now I can. That is good. So I will reclaim this one and bomb it. Had to save the mass extractor so it didn't get killed. No, this is not really working out. Trying to get some of the reclaim back. Also, feeding veterans is typically not an issue, but in this case I guess it's better to just self-destruct it. When this hits T2, then I'm going to he still has hunters left. Probably overbuilt those and forgot about them. Going to put this engineer in here, and it's going to build some forward radar. My eco management is poor. Too much mass in the bank constantly. Yeah, but so this is for T2 power, and this is also for Harbs later. So I want to build Harbs. And I can probably go for some extra T2 land factory that's going to spam T2 engineers. So the price you pay on top of the engineer for being T2 rather than T1 is not so high. And having higher tech engineers is going to be better, I think. So I want build power and tech, not just build power. Oh yeah, I selected the wrong engineer. Okay, so I need to scout more because this is gap, so team is not going to scout. And I also need TMD because this is gap and TML is the only thing people ever build when they want to raid. And now I can actually scout. So here's a scout on this factory. This is not building pillars, this is a regular T2 engineer. And if this is his first T2, then my T2 is actually faster than his, which is surprising because I'm on the air slot and he's on the eco slot. Now he has T2 air. This could be a Corsair setup. I'll find out shortly. Corsairs are always annoying to deal with. I don't like it because the person who uses the Corsairs usually has the initiative. Even though I can intercept them inexpensively with swift winds, he's going to be able to hide the Corsair somewhere on the map and won't be able to see it. And I can only shoot them down while they're bombing. And indeed this is a Corsair setup. We see him building a Corsair, so I need some swift winds. I think countering Corsairs and building Harbs at the same time is quite possible. Shouldn't be too difficult. But I want... yeah, this is out of fuel. Yeah, this is not ideal. Like, he's going to find out I'm doing Harbs, or like he at least knows I'm doing T3. But the Grey is helping out, so that's great. Since people tend not to build land units, but air units on gap, you should probably build more swift winds than usual when you do your Harb rush on gap. But this is not too difficult. Can do, right? Got some extra eco in the bank. Okay, this could be building... Yeah, there it is. TML. Thanks, ally. And I'm going to build a gunship. I think one is enough to take care of this engineer. So this is relatively aggressive for gap. Of course, it's ridiculous to raid with mongoose. This is the sort of thing you only see on gap. But at least something is happening, guys. We should be happy about this. Oh, this was a misclick. Cannot assist a T3 factory with a T2 factory. In this case, it will just build infinite asylums and stall my eco. So this is a lot of interceptors. But since they are busy over there, I can just drop the Harb. I won't be needing more gunships, but some extra scouts would be nice. And I have to dedicate more build power to this air factory, because air is going to be what is contesting my Harbs, not land. Okay, so I'll drop those in the core. SUs here is fine. And where are my swift wings? So I just have one. That's of course bad. This can take out the radar. I don't know what this is. Just interceptors, so that's okay. And of course he's reacting with Corsairs, because Gap and because Cyber. So I'm going to need more Swiftwinds in relevant positions. And this may have to dodge a little bit. But this is going quite well. They seem to be unable to counter the Harb rush. Got some PD going up now, but this won't complete. I'll make sure it doesn't. Just a little veterancy for the Harb. And another 2 Harbs can go over there. Bomber will take out the radar. This is still dodging, this is good. So these must kill the Corsair, and then they can go up and kill the other stuff. Yeah, this is ridiculous. They are getting pretty screwed by these few Harbs. Now he's trying to overcharge it, and of course he doesn't have gun. Now he's getting in range, I think, but I can kite him. That's a lot of stuff to babysit right now. I think I overdid it a bit. Yeah, I definitely overdid the micro. I'm attacking in too many places at once. Now officially I don't have enough APM for Gap. He's overcharging. This is bad. Don't overcharge. This must survive another T2 bomber probably, so... Alright, well this is going great. This is working out very nicely. Okay. It's so silly the amount of destabilization these few Harbs are causing. He has loyalists now, so that's at least something to stop me. Since I've been targeting power on his guy, I should target more power, so that he actually bottlenecks. Let's hope there's not too much team overflow going on. Now this can fill another transport, and I haven't kept him busy in a while. Oh, I'm getting into PD range, not good. Should run away. Alright. So is Dark Red doing anything other than getting killed by Harbs? I don't think so. I don't think so. This Harb will die, but it will kill engineers. I guess that's enough. And I hope my team is not just staring at what I'm doing, but actually fighting as well. Or at least ecoing, if nothing else. Now I must dodge. Not a good dodge. On the bright side, if his strat is there, it can't be here. Survive. The assist order is kind of broken lately after using them in a transport. Okay, so when Harbs aren't working anymore, what you need is more Harbs. And this is what I'm getting now. So time to stop the silly transport game and switch into a full-scale spam setup. So they have invested a lot of resources into defending against this. And I think that's actually enough to kill orange now. When these... yeah, I dropped one more. I can do one more drop. Why are they pausing? I don't know. So when all of these arrive at his side of the map, then they can kill the ASU. Even when it has overcharge, it's not a problem. Because, as I said before, Harbs are going to outrange the ASU. If I micro carefully enough. Now I want some protection on my ASU. And here they are. So all I need to do now is kill this ASU. And he's foolish enough to try and overcharge it. Well, my micro is better than your overcharge, my friend. And I even have a shield so I can make a mistake. Easy. But of course I need intel on this ASU or it won't work. But he'll die. He'll die for sure. So I lost one, not ideal. Oh, did he go gun upgrade? It's a possibility. Ah, through the shield. That's a pain. Now Blue must focus fire, but he's blind and he got veterancy. Well, thanks Blue. Yeah, I think I just go for harass. Like, actually I would want to have shield upgrade, but I don't think they have anything to attack me with, so I can just go for harass instead. These need to be addressed, preferably by gunships. So Gray has T3R, he should do T3 gunships. Or since he's cyber, T2 gunships will work out as well. Just needs to be something, and do nothing. I need to help Grey guy now. Oh, is Grey not doing anything? No, he's making gunship. Okay, so good target is going to be their Percival's now. Okay, so I cannot attack the core and the power generators. I will instead go for the mass extractors. No, it's not going to work. Sorry, my friend. I can try some micro against Percival, but I don't think it's going to be so great. Because I'm getting stuck. And now I'm too close. Won't evade. Oh, but it was enough. Just tank it. Can tell that they are really struggling to counter this stuff. The only counterattack we've experienced so far was the raid on Grey, but this ended up being mass Stagnation, I think. So raid is cool and all, but also needs some game ender. So I hope one of our guys is making experimental. Or a nuke, it doesn't even matter. Just cannot be nothing for the entire game. So do we have anybody doing anything? No. Not really, he's ecoing though. Okay, so I think it will stagnate for a bit longer. What is he building? Radar, well, why not? And there is a spider. These are titans, so they just donate veterancy to the spider. Don't tell me we get killed by the spider. After I kept so many guys busy, we don't have anything to stop the spider at minute 21. But since it is gap, it could be happening. So I should probably start mercying it. More veterancy about the spider. Luckily it's not targeting the Perseus. Not targeting the Titans, I mean. So there's a last second switch here from Rohan. Interesting micro. Don't expect this stuff from gap players. But I like to see it. So spider died, and now I'm going to make the mass mine. And perhaps a bit more from over there. Well, I saved your ass and now I'm getting reclaim in exchange. Seems fair, right? We have T2 radar now. Good. I just need to scout. Yellow giving up. And the ACU is here. That's good. Wow, that's very frequent overcharge. So maybe he's going to survive. He's probably going to survive. It doesn't help that the shields are so weird. Like, look at this. The shields are not properly following. And when they are, the overcharge gets through nonetheless. So high area damage on the overcharge. Some rock, why not? So the Harb raids are not really working anymore, I think. Like, I keep running into this ICU, maybe I'm just not handling it very well. Look at this, why is it not protecting it? Oh, because the Harb has personal shield, is that it? No, that's right, it does not have personal shield, it's a dome shield, so it's a very small dome shield on the Harb. This is why it's not supporting properly. I need to report this bug. This is super annoying. Needs to be fixed. I like how people reclaim the spider, but they do not reclaim the stuff around it that's worth more than the spider. Because this is gap, nobody's building Omni, I think, so I need to build it. Minute 25, no Omni. In a map like this, really crazy. Gap players. And I need to scout way more. As soon as this Omni is online, I want the full scout. These stars so power expensive. They are cheaper than ASFs, but they are still very expensive. They are not like the T3 gunships of UEF and Cyber, which you can build on T2 power setup, the 2 or 3 T2 power generators, and T3 air factory is fine. I think this is because 3 stars also have air-to-air capabilities, and it would be too strong if you could build them on such a low power setup. So we have not scouted, and I would not be surprised to see a nuke. Scout is coming now. Not the greatest scout. Died 3 stars. Okay, so he's maybe planning his T3 RT. When people build T3 power on this suspicious grid, that's always what I'm thinking. There is another spider, but this one will have to be kept for defense. He's asking if he can die. Well, this is gap, so it's not real gap unless you have 2-hour full experience of watching RT projectiles hit shields. Maybe they're just distracting from a teleport snipe. But yellows on a relatively low power setup would have been... it would take too long to upgrade it, I think. Okay, so he just quits. His friend is also going to quit, I think. It's quite laggy now, -1, and it's not even that late game. So these interceptors will all die. Yellow has not given up yet, so I should attack his base over here. And green is going to try and snap gray. I think gray is safe with this amount of luck, and the shield he can easily support. Now it comes down to killing these two. Are they doing anything? Just building air and just building a spider. Okay, he's out. With this amount of restores, I can probably just kill the ASU. Alright. Game over.